Hello, everybody, and you're very welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Cornelius. I'm your host, Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan, and today I'm sitting in the good room with two colleagues of mine.
It's a very lyric FM sort of intro. It's very low key, sort of low energy.
Yeah.
I like it. It's nice. Yeah.
Do you like it?
Continue.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
To my immediate right is one of the loves of my life, Dylan Thomas O'Sullivan. I'm just going to leave it at that because there's a McCarthy in there as well, but it's like.
What did you mention that?
Well, we'll put it in there, I suppose. Dylan Thomas O'Sullivan McCarthy.
Very good. Thanks very much.
Well, you're very welcome. You're very welcome back to the podcast. We've decided that this week, I've kind of decided this week that there's going to be no animosity or shit slinging.
We'll see how long that lasts, will we?
We've done it all.
Prior to this.
We've got it all out.
We got it all out. And we're madly in love now, aren't we, Dylan?
Yeah, big time.
I can feel it. No, I can feel it. If I can love the movie.
He's a great bit of stuff, guys. Follow him online. Great player for Bowher Celtic. He's a left winger for Bowher Celtic this season, and I would have to say, probably one of the players of the team, in my own biased opinion. But on my left, then, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're wondering who this scruffy scallywag is.
Well,
he's another great friend of mine, another lovely human being, a gentleman, a scholar, and a fine judge of some. What are you good at?
Not really. Anything really.
He's not a fine judge of anything.
No, if anything,
You a fine judge of character?
No, I wouldn't be. No, I often think that he's alright, but
He's not.
I mean, obviously he isn't. I have to listen to the majority of the people when they say he's a bit of a,
Well, you know what they say about the majority. They rule. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to say anything disparaging about this guy here. He's a good guy.
Scruffy is a little bit backhanded compliment. It's not even a compliment. It's just backhanded, isn't it? Scruffy. Like, who wants
rugged?
to be
Rugged?
Rugged is quite. Yeah, okay, rugged.
All right.
I'd say, would rugged be even more demeaning?
What do you want to call me? So, if it's not rugged or not.
I think you look very well.
Scruffy. Okay.
So you could have just got Peter. You're looking very well today.
Thanks very much.
At that.
I don't know.
This nice fucking rhetoric is backfiring me. I'm trying to be nice, and it's like, it doesn't matter what I am. You just fucking, no, you're wrong. You're wrong, actually.
I'm not handsome or rugged.
Wasn't a good name. No. You're fuck off, the two of you. Welcome to the podcast, guys.
Yeah, it's better.
My name is Cornelius. And this week, we're back in the good room. I've got these two fucking, I don't know what to call them. What would you call yourselves?
Sure, like
Go-the-roads. Two go-the-roads.
Yeah.
Two fucking lads. They were out. Look, I'll tell you, I'm desperate this week. I was looking for there were two lads hitchhiking. This fella here and this fella behind him, and I just picked them up and I brought them out here. And how are you? Where were you going to?
Castletown Road.
Another podcast, successful podcast out there.
I can just see the views going through the roof.
I wouldn't.
No, well, look, 11 views.
How is this going online? I haven't asked you actually. I haven't. Are you still putting them on YouTube?
Honestly, man, any episode that you're not on is flying, and your episodes lag. I think your last episode got about 30 views. And there was the one before, it was close to 200. There was one with 800.
Do you think that they see our names on it and they just go, nah,
they're
forget about it?
Forget about these two fucking go-the-roads. I've given them an opportunity in the past, and here, I'm not prepared to listen to three grown-ups squabble, because that's what it is. All we do is squabble. But look, you know what? Look, I do my bit for charity, all right?
Jeez, thanks very much. Appreciate it, yeah.
I do my bit for charity. I'm trying to fucking bring the two of you up.
Speaking of charity.
Yeah. Oh, good segue.
What happened? Oh, okay, charity. Sorry, yeah. That's good.
Yeah. Technically, it's not charity, though. It's.
But he's calling himself charity.
You are, yeah. I suppose you are charity.
Well, it's giving to others, isn't it? It's giving to others.
Yeah. People with special needs.
Are you going to allow
How
him say
dare
that?
you?
Are you going to allow him say that?
Are
you going to allow him say that?
No, I'm not going to allow you to say that.
Oh my
Please
God.
take that back.
Jeez, I take that back now.
That's okay, Sophie. Thanks.
there, no?
Thanks very much.
No?
I just assumed you were the old ambassador class.
Do we need to remind the audience what this is for again?
You can remind them there now, Dylan.
All right, okay. I just won the previous bet. It was a FIFA competition.
Yeah.
Where I won it outright.
Do you remember
demolished you actually?
You did, and do you remember I'm glad you said that now, because do you remember in the episodes prior to it where you and I almost came to blows and you were saying it's not fair, you're going to be you're going to have a way more of an advantage, or you were saying that the advantage isn't going to be the same if you were a lower star team and we were a slightly higher star team.
Such as if I was like 2-3 star.
You were a 4 star. I was a 4.5.
I was 3.5. I was 3.5. I was 3.5.
And you demolished us, proving my point. Thank you very much. Here's your tenner.
That's not my fault. You underperformed.
I didn't underperform. I performed very, very well. Here you go.
Congratulations.
Trying to strap it into the palm.
No, it won't come out with my fingers. Stuck there, is it?
Thanks, Pete.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
There was a struggle to get it off you.
That's handy, 20 quid now.
It'll be back in your own pockets next week anyway.
Hopefully,
with the next bet.
Please God. I suppose we may as well start straight into the next bet, lads.
Yeah.
And there's no play. So basically, guys, I just want to welcome back. These two scallywags were on the podcast there quite a lot there in the summer, and
we were replaced for a spell.
Replaced for a very
a trial period. Didn't work out for you, did it?
It wasn't like, I wouldn't say that it was a trial. Like, I can't get rid of them. Like, they're like when we're back on, and I've run out of excuses, and here they are today, because of that. And look, we'll just get on with it. So we do sports bets on this podcast, and this week's sports bet, we've agreed to the bet before the start of the match, but we don't know the number, and the number we're going to deliberate on now. So Killavullen Junior A hurlers are playing Killa Junior A hurlers in the county semi-final this coming Sunday in Rathcormac at 2 p.m. As we talk to you now, it's Thursday, a couple of days before the game, right? We've all agreed to go for Killavullen to win, all right? Although it could very well be a Killa victory. There'll be nothing between the two teams, I think, on the day. But we're going to go for the North Cork champions, all three of us. So the bet is by how much they'll win. And the winner of the bet will be determined.
Your little finger's weird.
I've got
that's the fucking weird finger.
What happened was I didn't want to come out.
You told me this story before.
Yeah, I believed it.
Yeah, I believed it.
I was like, I was being born, and I just held on to the boat lining somewhere. And the doctor pulled me, and I broke my finger.
Did you believe that?
That'll be your grandmother, no? That he's there.
Yeah, thanks for that image anyway.
Sure, I don't be listening. Yeah. Oh, right. Jesus, yeah, that sounds painful for her.
The fingers wouldn't have even been formed well enough to hold on to anything like.
I told you I'm naive.
Okay.
And that's why we love him. But
what actually happened to your finger? Did you break in a hurling match?
No, they're just deformed. Just deformed fingers.
They're just kind of wonky.
Yeah, just like wonky. I did break that finger in a hurling match, alright, and it is
just there.
Still. That's pretty fucking
weird.
That looks like a hunky dory or something.
Yeah, you can do that.
Get it back into place.
Are you like double jointed?
Yeah.
Are you actually?
I am. Yeah, look, see the top of that finger there. Look, I hope you're enjoying this, guys. I hope you're enjoying this,
especially listening to it if you can't see it.
Yeah, you can't. Like, I mean, if you're listening to this and you're like, I'd love to see what his fingers are like, you can hop onto the YouTube channel right now and you can see it. And if you're wondering then to yourself, Jesus, this is really interesting. I wonder is there a Patreon? There actually is.
Oh, here we go.
This is my thing.
Yeah.
Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
And the link is in the description. You can sign up to that for less than €5 a month. There's a load of backlog of episodes, and they're great.
Do you want to make a comment on that?
The Patreon? No, I was asked not to.
Do you want to make a comment on it?
What happened to the running joke that you had to stop creating?
The running joke is that
you were afraid your content was getting monotonous, boring, same thing every week in, week out, and your thing was mentioning your Patreon.
I'm regretting picking you up at the side of the road now. I'm regretting my decisions. I have to shout out the Patreon every week. What I was trying to say is that I don't want you coming in belittling it like you've just done there.
That was perfect, actually. Absolutely.
That's what I don't want, because I'm trying to fucking grow it to fucking, so I don't have
Speaking
to
of
put
growth,
salt into little boxes over there to take the moisture out of the air to stop the rising damp. All right.
You should get one of those things. What do you call them? There's actually an instrument that does that rather than just putting salt into a fucking Chinese fucking thingy.
What is that? A dehumidifier? Is it?
Dehumidifier in every room. Salt actually works just as well. I bought an industrial. I'll show you a big, massive bag of salt. Like they're hard tablets of it, and there's
Come on, tell us more about that salt. Bag of salt.
For €5 a month, guys, you think about it, right? There's a back catalogue of stuff. But if you want to see our fingers, you've seen Pete's finger. Give him a look at your fingers there again. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a nice looking finger.
That's
Now,
a
fairness.
fucked up looking finger. And then they've got my one there. Look at the top of that, Del. You'd just love to be able to do that, wouldn't you? I can do them both. And then I've got these two weird ones. And if
Am I not doing that right now?
you're not really, no. You're not. You've just got perfectly normal joints. Myself, if you want to see two people with abnormal joints, stop what you're doing and go onto YouTube.
It's like you would have paid for that the Freak Circus back in the day.
This is a freak circus of sorts. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we've got this fella over here just
Just what? What are you trying to say?
perfect in every way.
Yeah.
In every way.
Not so much of a freak then.
Yeah, well, like, you're freakish by your perfection. Look, have I ever seen someone so perfect? This guy. You know, that's
Okay.
kind of
And yourself?
oh, and then I've just got the double jointed thing, and I've got the weird fingers here, and then this guy's just got the kind of scruffy kind of vibe with the fingers going and going. So
I'd be like the bearded woman in a circus, but I'm a man.
Mm.
he's a bearded.
That's my
man.
little kind of wrinkle to the thing.
I wonder if anyone has tuned out.
No, they're gone. Yeah, they're.
Is there anyone listening at this stage? I wonder. I hope they are anyway. But anyway, because back to the bet anyway. Back to the business of the bet. We're going for Killavullen. Really, really hope they do the business. They're a fine hurling team. All their games have been just fucking amazing. Their last two games in particular have been enthralling matches, and I'm hoping that they do the business. So I'm going to. So they won the North Cork final 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So they won the North Cork semi-final 4 weeks ago, right? And they beat Liscarroll Gales, and they won that by 3 points, right? But Liscarroll got a goal very, very late, so it kind of is not a great reflection of.
Yeah,
like they were much better than them. Then they played Glanworth in the North Cork final, and they won with the last puck of the ball.
Great score, by the way.
Unbelievable
Great score.
by a fella called O'Sullivan, no relation, and over the bar, and there was nothing between those two teams. And then they played Drumtariff, who you were giving me some facts about Drumtariff there.
Yeah, Drumtariff did last against Mitchelstown, a very good Mitchelstown team, only a couple of years ago. I think that was a county final. Mitchelstown team went down to almost win the All Ireland. So it just shows the kind of pedigree of player Mitchelstown have, and Drumtariff.
Yeah. And they played Drumtariff in the county quarter final last week, and at half time Drumtariff were up by 5 points, and Killavullen came out in the second half, and there was a 10-point turnaround. They won by 5 points. It was an amazing game, and yeah, so that's the kind of story with them. They've won by 5, by 1, and by 3.
Yeah.
So will I go first with my guess?
Well, you know what?
It's my bet.
It's your bet. You go first, which
Okay.
is fair enough.
And I'll go second, will I?
Well, no,
Well, I think we'll go in this. I think the best way to do it going forward is we'll say if Pete was making the bet, he'd go first, then you, then me. If you were making it, it would be you, then me, then Pete. It just goes around in a line. It makes it easier because
sequential order.
we sit in the same positions all the time. So I'll go first. I'm going to say Killavullen.
I have a number in my head. I
have a
swear
number
you'd
in my
say
head
it.
as well.
I know the number you have in your head.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, the number in your head is 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Mentalism.
Jesus.
I'm going to go 3.
All right, I have 4.
1.
That's actually a very good piece of killer win.
It's not. We're in trouble here now. So if Killa win,
Dylan wins.
how does he win?
Because he's closest to the.
But I'm not as close at 3.
No.
No, I'm talking about if Killer win.
If
Killa
Killa
win.
win,
Dylan wins, yeah.
Killa as well, yeah.
Yeah, if it goes by 2 points, then we can just go.
Either
So
yourself, because I went 1 and you went 3.
So you've got a huge.
I'm-
He's got a huge advantage there. I might change mine now.
no, you can't. You've it locked in.
I
You
never.
can't- you can't come back.
It's not locked until we shake.
Locked in.
So you
It's not locked until we
I
shake.
think it's locked actually.
controversial.
Very.
Very controversial.
What did you go by 1? Is it? I'll go by 0.05. No, I'll stick with it. So 3, 1,
Be sure you don't want to go 2?
4.
Well, it's the same thing then,
It's
because
the
if
same
it
thing,
goes by 3, then it's.
But if they win by 2, who wins?
What we can do, we can go by.
5 each off you.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
yeah, that's fair enough.
That's fair, isn't it?
So if they win by 2, you win the bet. I give you 5 because I lost, and he gives you 5
No.
because he lost.
Wait there, I have a greater chance of losing.
No.
Wait a second.
So the bet is 10 euro.
Okay.
If they win by 2, Pete gives you a £5
Okay.
and he gives me a £5.
Wait there, I have a
okay.
greater chance of losing. Money.
You've
if that's the case.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't really like that though.
That's, you lose,
why would I agree
no,
to that?
because you lose anyway because you're at 4. If they win by 2, right? Myself and Dill are only a point out either side.
Well, we could have
you-
just went 0.
You
It's a null and void. See you later.
no. We'll go halves, I'd say.
What if it's a draw?
If it's a draw, then it's no bet.
Give me the draw then.
If it's a draw, I win though because I'm closest to it.
You
so it's
are
a five.
closest to us, yeah.
Right.
You
I like
win.
my
But
odds.
actually, you don't win if it's a draw because
Closest to the scoreline though.
nobody wins.
But it's
because-
closest to the scoreline.
He's got a point, Con.
The overall scoreline, it doesn't matter who
if
wins.
Killer wins, you win. If it's a draw, you win. If it's a point, you win. If it's 2 points,
But then Dylan has.
That's just correct. That's just smart. That's just smart. Just smart. Smart, like.
but
What's your score? What's your number?
1.
1. So you've got 1, 0, and infinity.
he does, yeah. But
You know.
but we think Kilvun are going to win, and we think they're going to win by more than 1 point anyway. So
Yeah, you were
I,
confident in
So
Killavullen.
should we go like we did before and take 2 numbers?
I'm happy the way it is. I don't care because I think Kilvun will win. I'm basing this on nothing, but I think Kilvun will win. I'm happy for him to have the.
I'm not happy with how the fucking. I want to win the money. You see, I'm not happy with how my chances are as a gambler. I think I've.
Oh no,
it's
yeah,
very specific. You see, so I think Dylan is getting too much of an advantage.
he's a greater advantage, but I think Kilvun will win. So regardless, I actually don't care. I think
But I do. We all think Killavullen are going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Do you
like,
think Killavullen are going to win by
I-
5, 6, 7 points?
I don't think Killer are going to win anyway. So I'm going to give him that.
So you also have like I'm fucked because I'm in the middle, so I don't like it. So you've got all the numbers which are. I know you're trying not to bring up, right? And you think, oh, he doesn't know about this stuff because you've got all the infinity numbers. So I am not locking my number in at 3. I'm changing my number.
Oh, here we go.
And you're at 1, is it?
I'm at 1. So
So
Killavullen to win by 1 point.
So like, yeah, this is a fucked up bet now because like I can't go as a draw.
You could go a draw.
You could go a draw.
You could go a draw, but you said that doesn't count because the bet's over.
But you see, if I
You're
go
changing your own ruling.
No, hold on a second now. The bet isn't finished till we seal the bet like we've done on all the bets. So what we're doing now is we're debating right now. I'm debating what I want to stick with. I was originally 3. I'm now looking at your 2 bets and I'm thinking to myself, this doesn't help me in with the ultimate goal, which is to win the money. That's the ultimate goal. So I'm thinking, if I take a draw, right, unless you go for Killa, I get all of the numbers. I get Killa then as well. You see,
Well, I don't mind. Well, let's give you. Is there replay in this?
there'll probably be extra time
Okay.
And then a replay.
and then replay. Yeah,
So when you say draw, you mean draw after full time or draw after
I suppose really to be fair, it would have to be a draw after
extra time?
extra time.
I don't mind giving you the draw.
Well, I'm not. So do you want to give me 3 in the draw? So
I give you 3 in the draw. I'm
giving
happy
him
to
2.
move this along.
You're giving him
Okay.
2. You're giving him.
Yeah, I'm giving the draw after extra time, and I give him 3 points. Whereas
so 3 in the draw.
yeah, so he's getting a bit of advantage. Like, but you're getting Killer winning, and you're getting what you call.
How's he getting Killa winning if I get in the draw?
No, but again,
So I'm
no,
closer to
no,
Killa.
no, we're not saying that. No. He's still getting Killer winning,
Okay.
and he's still getting what you call. He's getting the draw, so that's kind of compromise, and you're still getting the.
And if they win, if Killavullen win by 2, I also get it as well because you're not 3 anymore
But
because you're taking a draw.
I think that's fair.
No, I'm 3 in the draw.
Yeah, you're 3 points in the draw.
So I'm 3 and
3
and the draw.
at extra time.
No, 3.
So you're
Points.
basically just getting 2 options.
Yeah.
That's not fair. Why are you getting an extra?
No, I'm getting 4 points, and
He has 2 options and you have 2 options.
I'm okay with it. I'm actually okay
So
with
I
it.
tell-
It won't finish a draw. Killer won't it won't happen.
But we all have 2 options in that way, right? Because you're at 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if they win by 1, you win. If they win by 1, you win, right?
Okay.
Also, if they lose, if Killavullen lose, you're closer. You're going to win because Killa have 1, and you're closest to any of those victories.
Okay.
Pete is at 4, so if it lands on 4, he wins. And if it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way up, he also wins because he's closest.
Okay.
Because I'm in the middle, I'm getting 3
Yeah.
and the specific draw. And the draw is after,
Extra time.
I would say, full time in that situation.
Extra time.
I would say full time.
Extra time.
Extra time. That's what we said. Extra time. You're actually getting
Well, who wins then if it's the draw after full time?
then it's going to be null and void.
I win because I'm closest.
So I get the draw then? Technically, he's right, lad.
I win.
Well, let him in. So.
No.
Well, sure.
You should have chose one. You should have chose one at the start.
But
You chose the bet. You picked your number. You shouldn't
we
have chose 3. You should have picked 1.
I
But I
haven't
was
seen-
smart enough to pick 1.
So you got the draw now. I know you want more.
No. Ye both have massive advantages, right? Because at 4 and above, you've got 4 and anything above. You've got 1 and below and everything below.
Hence
right?
why we gave you the draw.
So I have 3, okay, and I have the draw.
After extra time.
No.
But if it's a draw, regardless of full time or extra time, I should still.
Well, that's the
'cause
thing
I'm
that
at
we're trying to
one.
do. We're trying
This
to
is
get.
what we're trying to fucking figure out to make it fair.
Yeah.
Because it's unfair the way it is. Because swap it around. So let's say you took 3.
I chose one. I'm sticking to my guns. You should stick to 3 because that's what
No,
you picked.
because we're in the middle of making the bet, Dylan. I haven't put my money across the counter.
But you're looking for stipulations to add into your favour every
Yeah.
single time.
I'm looking for.
That's what he does,
It's just tough, like. It's just tough.
Well,
You
I'm
made
gonna go
your
for
bed
one
and
so
you
as
just-
well. I'm going to go for 1 so as well.
Okay, so you
Okay,
Wait, what's that? You both go for 1. I'll go for 2 and above.
No. Absolutely. Just downright ridiculous.
But Dylan, right?
Perfect.
You don't seem to understand.
No,
that
I
this
seem to
bet-
totally understand.
This bet, just because the first words that come out of your mouth, that's not gold. Okay, all right. That's not what it is. It's not until we go. All right, are we finished? Are we going? That's when it's done. We're debating the bet at the moment.
Okay, we can't really come to an agreement amongst the 3 of us. So what are we going to do?
Well, I
Will we
think-
pick a new bet?
I think we have an agreement.
Will we
but
pick a
you're
new
not-
bet?
I think the
I
only
need
thing,
to lock it in. I need to shake
the
both
only
of your
thing we're
hands.
disagreeing upon is I want him to have the draw after extra time. He wants to get the draw after full time after the first 60 minutes.
So
If he wants a draw,
He wants to draw after extra time.
it should be just the whole game. There can't be just 2 options of the draw. It
Why
can't be
can't
just
there be?
full time or extra because
Why
you're,
can't there be?
because you're getting a 3-point win in full time,
yeah, and a draw.
and as a second option, then you're getting a draw.
Okay, and you're getting the 1 point win, and as a second option, any other fucking win that Killa get. But you're not seeing that at all.
If anything, I'm the one who's been fucking.
You're not also. You also have a great advantage. You're getting 4 points and anything above 4 points.
But sure, like I mean,
Whereas I'm just getting 3.
when was the last
That's
time?
it.
When was the last time we
Any other
counted?
result, I don't get fuck all, Dylan.
Excuse me. When was the last time we county semi-final went above 4 points? Like I said, look at the history books.
Several.
So I'm actually.
I watched a ladies football All Ireland or ladies football Leinster final last weekend, and the opposition, the winning team got like 4-17.
Yeah, but
the
it's-
other team got like 4 points.
But that's a huge discrepancy there. There's going to be Killa and Kilvon are going to be very close.
It should be close.
I'm just moving things along. I'm being very nice. I'm going to put my 10 around the line. I have a major disadvantage. I'm willing to go ahead with it.
Disadvantage. I love it.
So full time, 3 points, extra time, draw
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, happy with that.
I'm not happy with that.
But that's what you've been fighting for.
Do you know
That's
what
what you've been
you really-
asking
I
for.
ha- Do you want me to give you a tenner?
What I want is this is what I think is fair.
What you want? You hear what-
So I think it's fair as
Do you know
well.
what I want?
Look, we'll bet on something else. Bet on something else. So it's my turn to bet. So let's pick something else.
Unbelievable.
What a waste of 10 minutes.
I'm just not interested in giving you €10 each, lads, for the sake of keeping you happy on the couch today. When you're having you won't.
I just
You
I
won't
offered
open your mind enough to see.
I've given it to you.
advantage
I've given it to you, but now you're saying you're not happy with it.
That's what-
3 points after full time and a draw after extra time.
Not after
That's-
extra time and a draw full time.
I agree with Till.
That's what I
But
just said. 3 points after full time and a draw after extra time is what you wanted.
Not after extra time. A draw full stop. So if it's a draw at full time and it goes to extra time, I win the bet.
No,
Sure.
because it's way more likely for it to be a draw in full time.
Correct.
No.
But it's also, Dylan, it's also very likely that Killa could win the match. And if they win by 1 point or 100 points, you win.
I disagree though because you alluded that they have 2 minors, 2 Cork minors in
Killa
Killa.
have 2 Cork minors.
So
Yeah.
be close, yeah.
Killavullen don't have any. They have, as you said, they have a good strong 15, but they don't really have the match winners. Like,
So
you know
that's
what I
an
mean?
advantage to you, buddy.
Don't know.
Do you know
Yeah.
that you just made my point there? Thank you.
Thank
Thank you for making my point.
No. I
No.
know.
In future, would you make my point?
So what's the story?
Oh, for fuck's
Are you just
sake.
going to look? Just say yes.
I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say yes. I don't care. I'm not going to be fucking
Unbelievable.
stupid on my own podcast. I'm not. I'm going to go the same as Dylan. I'm going to go for 1 point. Now I'm going to go for
You can't pick the same as
No,
another
go
person
let him
after
go
it's
1
already been
point.
said.
second now.
You can't do that.
Fucking brilliant, 1 point. You can share the spoils. I go for 2 points for Kilvon.
No.
You guys go
No,
1 point, and if it is 1 point, I'll
No.
I'll pay you guys a $5 each.
No, it's 1 point for me, 3 points you, and you chose 4.
You go 2.
If we're
So
not happy with that, what's
no,
the problem?
I'm not happy with that because Dylan, right? It's a 3-horse race, and I've got a saddle that's weighing my horse down, and you've got a light saddle that's giving you fucking scope for galloping along. All right, and I've just
It's
not
just all the preparation ahead of the race.
swap
It's
my
thinking.
bet with your bet.
Well,
so?
because I want to win the race.
yeah, and so do I.
Well, my horse wants to win the race.
And my horse also wants to win the race.
I'll tell you what.
You just didn't prepare well enough for it.
If you look,
Your preparation was
if you say 3
lackluster.
points, why don't we give him €7.50 each, so you get €15.
Well, how about this? Why don't you just pick 5, and that way, if it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you win.
No, because I think it's going to be a close game. How about this? All right, how about this? We just pick the number, and if the number doesn't come true, That's it.
No, because he said that earlier. He didn't want that, and I don't want that either.
Don't you?
Too much.
You'd like the advantage
I
that
don't
you
want
have.
to pick the
is it?
scoreline. I don't want to pick the scoreline.
You want to keep the massive advantage you have. Is
Massive. No, there's just
Huge
the normal.
Well, it's a massive advantage.
It's not a massive.
Still.
I go. What do we do?
Or how about we pick 2 scores? So I'll go. They'll win by 3 points. You win by 4 points.
I go 4 and 2.
All right. Wait a second. You're picking 1 point, and then it comes back to me then to pick the next because it's my bet.
So I'm going to go 4 and 5 for me.
So I. One second.
This is absolutely downright ridiculous that we keep going on about it. Like,
Well, Dylan, I'm not going to give you. I'm not going to put myself at a massive disadvantage in the bet to make you a massive.
so now you're adding on more rulings to it to override my good decision to pick one.
You just picked the number off the top of your head. Look, we're debating it now. We're debating.
How long is this debate going on for? It's 25 minutes, guys.
It's like 25 minutes gone. I love it. I love it. I love it. I fucking love it. I don't care because I'm not going to be bullied into doing something I don't want to do. I think 3 points.
Do your audience like understand GAA and what we're actually talking about?
A lot of my audience are GA people, yeah.
All right, okay, so that makes it even more interesting. So,
They've
some
tuned out.
of them might be Germans or Austrians,
And
or,
if they
you know.
are,
They're gone. They're gone already.
you know, Germans and Austrians, like what have they got in common? Who have they got in common?
Who shall not be named.
Heil.
Voldemort.
Heil Voldemort. So I'm not going to agree to that because you've got too much of an advantage and you also have too much of an advantage.
I completely.
All right.
I'm actually.
Would you like me to spill it out again?
I'm taken aback by this. I'm actually taken aback.
So we have to come up with some other formula. I think we pick 2 scores, and if the 2 scores don't come in, the bet is forfeited, but it goes to €20 for the following week.
I'm okay with that.
Where you pick the bet.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
No, I'm not happy paying €20 outright if I lose
But
a
you
bet.
will be you'll be paying 20 anyway, mate. Paying 20 anyway because you'll be paying 10 this week and 10 the following week. The next time you're in.
Why is that?
But it'd be the equivalent of just 2 bets, really, wouldn't it?
So this is what I'm saying, right? Is we pick 2 numbers, okay? If neither of those, let's say you pick 1 and 2, and I pick 3 and 4, and he picks 5 and 6, and the match is won by 7 points.
Yeah.
Then the bet doesn't go ahead, and then instead of putting a tenner on the next bet, we're putting 20 each on the next bet. We'd be putting 10 on anyway, and that way then it's definitely fairer. It's like, please, if anyone is listening out here, please get on my side. I love you so much, and I'm just trying to prove to him that what I'm trying to do here is fair, and I just don't want to be taken advantage by this scruffy fella and this
happened to Rugged?
go the road here. By this rugged scruffy fella and this guy, this charming young man. I just want a fair bet, and I think you've got too much of an advantage.
2 and 4 points for me.
You chose the bet.
Exactly, I chose the bet, so I pick my first number, you pick your first number, you pick your first number, then I pick my second number, you pick your second number, and that's the fairest way of doing it. And then the next week when it moves over to you, and if it's a similar bet, that's the way to go. You'll pick the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, so on and so forth. It's the only fair way to do it. Please, guys, if you're watching this, tell these guys, because they don't understand. They think I'm trying to pull wool over their eyes. I'm not. I'm trying to move this on. We've no time now, like, after this. What are we talking?
That's 28 minutes, guy.
28 minutes of fucking nonsense. Of absolute bollocksology.
Nowhere we mentioned the salt and the fucking containers.
Salt.
That kind of
We talked about.
chicken
We're supposed
nugget
to
container.
talk about fucking trending topics. God only.
So that's good.
What time?
Will we just move on to trending topics altogether?
We have to finish this bet.
Well, I'm out of here.
Christ.
I'm out of here now.
I'm going for one number, my second number, your second number, your second number. My first number is 3. I'm going to be honest and stick to the number that I went. If it's a draw, or if kill or lose, it's no bet, and we move on to the next thing. If the number doesn't come up, we move on, doubling it up the next time.
It's tough for me now because I was mad for 4, but if I go for 4, the other shorter numbers or the small numbers will be taken by the time it gets back to me.
But it doesn't matter now. Above and below doesn't count anymore.
Yeah, I know, but if I say 4, you say 2, he's going
But
to
you
say.
can change whatever number you want.
Oh, I know. I just say
I'm going to go
at
3 anyway.
I'm just at a little impasse here after fucking ponder upon this. Because if I say 4, then the 3's going to be taken, then 1's going to be taken.
Already. I've taken
But yeah, 3's taken, then 2's going to be taken, then 1's going to be taken.
So what are you thinking you're taking?
So I'll be left with fucking 4 and 5, like.
Well, you could take 11.
I could take
You
11,
could
yeah.
pick 11 if you want to.
I could take
The
11.
numbers are infinitive. I'm categorically going to go with 3.
I just think this has gone way too complex altogether and it's going in your favour too much. It should be the initial number that we chose,
Please be.
the deficit what will become.
How could this be in my favour? I'm picking 2 numbers and you're picking 2.
It shouldn't be 2 numbers. We should have one guess at what the difference between the 2 score lines will be, and that should be it. That should be final.
But it's my decide to.
To be fair,
It was your bet.
It is
chose
his
the
bet,
bet.
to be fair. It is his bet, to be fair. No, and Dylan has a good point as well, but you shouldn't be making the stipulations for the bet. You're just choosing
You're
the theme of the
you're
bet.
nitpicking to make it fit in your favour, but the ruling is that it's
not
your
fitting in
bet.
my if you could prove to me how it fits in my favour, I'll change my mind.
Because to be fair now with Dylan, with the FIFA bet, like if he had his way, he would have been a 5-star team.
Correct.
Yeah, so to be fair, so you shouldn't.
It wasn't in my favour to
wasn't in
be
his
a
favour.
3.5 star
Yeah,
team
yeah,
and
yeah.
you to be a 4 and Pete to
And
be
you
the 4.5.
mangled us.
It doesn't matter. You play it every day. It's not my fault. You underperformed. You play seasons every day. You're fighting to be in Division 1.
That's what happened.
The only thing that I'll admit here is Pete doesn't play it regularly. He plays Mortal Kombat. It's a completely different game altogether. So you're nitpicking.
Martin.
I wasn't nitpicking. I can't think of the word right now, but I took the moral high ground. We'll say I chose a 3.5 star team.
You did.
You got a 4 and Pete got a 4.5. I outperformed you. I won. It wasn't in my favour and I didn't complain. You should pick 3 because you stuck with 3. You should pick 4 because you picked 4, and it's 1 for me. And he's going back to his singing again because he knows he's wrong.
I agree with Dylan.
There we go.
Everything he
And this
said.
should be the end of the debate. We should move on to trending topics, and that should be it. And your audience should have a great time listening back to this.
They are not having a great time. They are.
Do you know what?
They're questioning now why they've gone. Why they've been listening to this for 31 minutes.
To be honest, if somebody's now listening to this 30, they have a problem.
Do you know what? It's kind of sadist. They're kind of they're putting themselves through punishment.
What I would say is get a life. Because
You know, what are you doing listening to this? Like, I mean, you've got a life to lead. Like, listening to this is bad for your health.
you have a wife and kids, potentially.
Potentially, you know.
Are you belittling your audience?
No, I'm just telling them not to tune in anymore. Like to these fucking nonsense. Look, I'm calling it, Dylan. Right? It's my bet, right? And the bet is we pick 2 numbers, and you can pick whatever number you want. You can even join. You can pick whatever number you want. And you can pick whatever team you want. And if your number comes in, you win the bet. If your number doesn't come in, you don't win the bet, and the bet follows through to the following week. And that is the end of it. That's what I'm calling it. When you're doing your bet in 2 episodes' time, you have the authority to do exactly the same.
Can I interfere?
Of course you can.
I want to add in another stipulation. So,
Okay.
since you want what you want,
Because it's my bet.
because it's your bet, I want for it to remain as 1 point deficit, and if it's closer to 1 point, then I win. Or else my other one then is that Killa win outright, and then I win also.
So where am I at then?
What kind of a fucking... This is lunacy, like. This is lunacy.
Will I write you a check or a Revolut, you know? Or
Like, look,
So either kill a Vull and win.
You need to lend the money, man.
No,
I'll fucking sort you out.
I don't.
Like, do you want...
Where have you come to this?
Because it's my bet. It's my bet.
No, but I think
My-
Do you not get where I'm coming
decision.
from? Do you not get where I'm
No,
trying to...
they hit a good point. Because you've come up with the subject matter of the bet, which is grand. But like you're now making all the stipulations of the bet. Whereas when it was FIFA, you and I made stipulations in regards to the teams that Dylan could pick, even though it was his bet. That's where he's getting at.
Oh, well, we're going to be debating here for a long time to come yet, so...
So
let's sit
you want to
down
pick
here.
2? You want to pick 2 scores? I'm saying is I want to stick to my 1 score, which is a 1 point.
Well, why don't we do this then? If there's 2 scores, why don't I go first, you go second, and he goes third?
That's not a bad suggestion.
Yeah, we'll stick to the 2
Will
point.
we stick to that? But it's his bet then, though, and that won't agree with him because that will put
But
him
no,
in
he
there
came
low.
up with the concept of having 2 scores.
Okay.
So he's getting his, and he's came up with the whole idea of using the kill one game. So that's perfect.
Is this really going to work? This bet?
Round John
So anyway,
So we pick 2 scores. The person who comes up with the bet goes first. Then you come second. Then you go third. The next week, if it's a similar bet, you will be going first, and then Dylan will be going second, and I'll be going third.
Okay.
And then the week after that, Dylan will be going first.
why don't we add a little?
It has to go. It
No,
has to be fair.
okay.
You're looking for edges, lads.
No, let's get
This
rid
is
let's get
straight
rid of the
line.
edges. Let's go for a
Straight.
bit of randomness. Okay, so let's stick with the 2 point. Okay, but whoever goes first is picked randomly.
How about this?
Is that fair enough?
I've got a good one, right? How about we stick with the 2 points,
Yeah.
right? Okay. We just picked 2 points, but we also pick a score if Killa wins. Just 1 score, and it doesn't matter if it's up or down.
No. Because I just mentioned that was going to be one of my.
Yeah, interesting. Why don't we just pick the first person? Okay, first person to pick the scores is done randomly.
How about we just pick 1 score? 1 score.
Could
Just 1 score. if you're close to it or not close to it, it makes no difference.
Could do that.
And if we don't get it,
Null and
it
void.
doubles up till the following week.
Happy?
You pick one score.
Just
None of us
one
get
score. So you, for example, you were with 2, wasn't it?
it. I was 1.
You went 1, I went 3, and you went 4, right? So if Killavullen win by 7 points,
Or 2. Or 2.
nobody wins, and the following week it goes to. I can't believe we didn't do this. Why didn't we do this?
35 minutes in.
5 minutes. This is why we're not fucking like.
But see,
this is why things are not going great in our lives, man. Okay.
See, we're looking for edges all the time.
No one gets a fucking edge this way. The 2 of you, I could see the 2 of you clinging on to what you had, and I appreciate that. But like one score, which I'm happy to stick with my 3. Sorry.
Yeah.
Dylan was with 1 and you were with 4. If that doesn't come up, and Killavullen to win, and if that doesn't happen, whatever you go the next time, whatever bet you decide on, instead of us putting a tenner on it, we're putting 20 on it. I'm happy with that. My hand is out there to be sealed.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that. I'll go 4 points.
4
You're
points.
going for 3.
I go for 3.
I'm going for 1.
Put your hand down there.
Or will I go for 2?
But that's the thing. That's the thing. I was
So close. This is like fucking wrestling, you know, and they haven't pinned. 1.
And the shoulder pops
2,
up.
and then the next thing.
Yeah, I just immediately.
close.
I was fucking very happy with.
So close.
To be honest, I was very happy with my 4 point because I thought I'd have 4 in infinity.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was
But it
kind
doesn't
of-
matter though, because it's 4 or 3 or 1. So now I'm thinking maybe just 1 is fine. At the same time.
Yeah, sure,
It's
same
one
thing.
number. It's
One
like
number.
picking a fucking number.
To be honest, it's a pure lottery. Sure, who knows? It could be goal at the end, it could be point at the end, it could be fucking Cindy off, who knows?
And if
And if it's a goal at the end, I would settle if you win then because 3 points, possibly.
correct,
but
yeah.
sure,
If it's a draw, if the game is at a draw.
A team could be up by 1 point, and
But
it could be.
it doesn't matter what, unless it lands on 3. Unless they win by 3, I don't win. Unless they win by 1, you don't win, and 4 for you don't win. All those other results are immaterial to the best.
Yeah, just think about it. We don't know how good Killer. I have no idea. I have no. They beat
Okay.
Whitechurch by a point. Con, you were saying,
Yeah.
but how good are Whitechurch?
I
don't know.
would say that Killer are good though. I do think that Killer. I think it's going to be a close game.
Hurling's funny, but you see in Trimtariff game there was 4 or 5 points in it at the end.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And I'm only
Hurling's
I'm going. I'll tell you why I'm going 3. Right? They beat Liscarroll by 3. They won the other game by 1, and they won that game by 5. So like 2 or 3 is what I was going to go for.
yeah, it's a lottery. Like. You
Yeah.
may as well just it's just.
I'll stick to 1. So
Yeah, I go 4 points. So
Okay, I'm 3.
pure random.
4 for Pete.
1.
Oh,
1.
it's sealed.
Oh my God! Thanks.
Good night, everybody.
37 minutes into it. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, thank you so much for coming on to my podcast, guys. Thank you so much.
Cheers, mate.
Look, we'll have to do at least one trending topic so that if anyone has been here.
I won't mind, but we discussed a bit. We discussed it beforehand.
I
So-
thought to myself, this would be great now. I'll get these lads on board with this bet so that there'll be no waffle on the podcast. And
Yeah,
we'll just
magnified
go
by 100.
all right. So
What do we look at here?
we've got Celine Dion.
Is she
Celine
still?
Dion, she's trending.
What's she trending over? She did very well in the Olympics. Actually, the opening ceremony, she sang the closing song today.
Did she sing My Heart Will Go On?
No, it was something related towards the
She
games.
performs in Saudi Arabia for the first time to celebrate 45 years of Ellie Sab World during Riyadh season.
Oh,
Hashtag
yeah.
1001 seasons.
All right, very good. She's paid a fortune there. Fair play to her.
Yeah, Celine Dion, what did we just witness? She brought the phenomenal performance to an unreal. I can't believe we're talking about Celine Dion. Nobody else can touch this.
From
her-
Killavullen to Celine Dion. Yeah.
Let's have a listen to her. This is a great song.
Is it?
It's not for 9 minutes. We can close out the pod with this.
What a fucking.
What was she performing for?
Headlining fee, 50 quid.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Celine Dion, do you know what's your opinion of Celine Dion? Dylan?
All I know is that my auntie loves her.
That's
all I know.
Auntie?
Joanne.
Joanne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That's all I can give it.
Yeah, no,
I think she had a problem with her face as well, or she had paralysis in her face. I remember looking her up before.
Is she suffering from something, is she?
It's a disease that affects it's not like a stroke or something, but I think she, like, some side of her face, she struggled with singing or something like that for a period. She's something
back there
going
now.
on.
The pipes are fucking piping
Jeez,
there
yeah,
off in
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
Saudi
yeah,
Arabia.
yeah.
Fair play to you, Celine. She faced adversary
She did.
and she fucking got back on.
She's in Saudi now.
There she is now in Saudi.
How old is she now? She's old.
She's in her 40s, I'd say 50s maybe. Yeah.
She's 60, 70. She is.
She's not 60 or 70. We'd have to fucking Google this now.
Put a fiver in it.
We'll put a 5. We'll do a revolution.
What age do you think?
I'd say she's 60, but I want anything under these 60s.
I say she's definitely mid-60s, like there.
There's no way she's in 60s. There's no way she's.
You don't
60.
think she's in the 60s?
No.
Celine
fucking
Dion.
way. No, I'd say she's under 60. Or I'll do a fiver with you.
Okay, done.
She's 60 or under, is what I'm saying.
No way she's in her 60s to 59 and under. Is that it?
59 and under, so yeah.
So you.
And you've got 59 and under.
Well,
You've
give
got
me
60 and over.
Give me 55. Roughly.
Fuck off!
Okay, give me 60s. I take it.
60s and over for you.
How are you? 50s and under.
I'm 59 and under. So if she's 60, you win.
Oh, for fuck's sake, she's hardly going to be fucking 80. Like.
Well, she's.
I'd say
hardly
she's
gonna
in
be
her
3 either,
60s.
like.
Like.
She's not going to be 7 or 8 either. Like, here we go again.
58.
Dion.
Celine Dion.
56. Yes. Yes.
Sorry, Chloe.
Woo! I'll take that off you next week. Ah, yes.
She looks, well, in fairness, she looks really old.
Shook there now, in
Yeah,
fairness.
no, she's been around
I'm
forever.
telling you,
in
it's the
fairness.
face. The thing with the face. She looks shook. The thing with the
Will
face.
we figure out what's actually
Yeah.
wrong there?
Look into her personal life. Will be
She
in
have
it.
lost all interest now.
Go into Wikipedia. Go into personal life. That's the section. There's early life, personal life
2002.
accolades.
No,
Off.
that's true, yeah, in the wiki.
Dion announced that she was suffering with stiff person syndrome, a rare neurological disorder that causes muscle spasms and impacts her ability to sing. Fucking hell, that's horrible.
There you go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's singing well there. No?
Fair play to you,
Yeah.
then. You knew that. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I won't be looking to Celine Dion now, to fairness, but sure, look each their own.
I am your lady.
56. I thought she was in her fucking 60s.
You are my land. Do you know that song? It's a great song. Whenever you.
What's the one she's really famous for?
Oh, you're
That's the one.
near. Charleville man caught with a stash of cocaine gets suspended sentence.
Thank God.
And like, if you could just get caught now with coke, you're just getting a suspended 12,000 euros.
Suspended sentence.
A stash of 12,000. A 12,000 euro stash of cocaine was located during a search of a house in Charleville 3 years ago. There's no wonder they can't fucking put it together on the field.
Yeah, 12k. It's saucy, like saucy.
12 grand. My God Almighty. We won't mention any names anyway. But what did he get?
Well, it's named on the article, so I assume you're okay.
Yeah, I still won't do it though, just in case.
Fair enough.
The drugs were seized on the 23rd of October. In the course of the search of the defendant's home, he went on to plead guilty to charge of possessing cocaine for sale or supply, and he got off. That's gas, lads. We live in a funny old world, don't we?
Yeah, it is kind of mad.
Anyway, listen, it was a fucking pleasure having the two of you on.
It's nice seeing you.
What I'd like to say is, if anyone has got to this stage of the podcast,
It's over.
if you've got to this stage of the podcast, right, go onto YouTube and write the word rabbit. Okay? Just rabbit. Nothing else.
Will you give him free patronage for a year?
No. Rabbit. Okay?
Write
down the word rabbit.
What's the incentive there? So
Just so we'll know who the real heroes are. And we'll be able to. What we will do is, if you write down the word rabbit, we'll shout you out the next time we're on.
I mean, that's decent shit.
That's fair. All right? And the bet has been made now. 3 points. 4
I'm
points.
already down a fiver.
1 point, and he's down. He thought.
Did you shake on that?
We did.
We didn't know. No, we have to. I have to pay. We shook.
So yeah, happy days. Look, I think I enjoyed it.
Should we apologise or
Well-
just drive on? All right, fuck him. So
Absolutely. I don't want this sort of thing. Or the fuck is up.
we'll keep it neutral.
Thanks for coming on, guys. I enjoyed
That's okay, man. No matter.
I enjoyed it. Staying by the wall. Peace and love.
If you enjoyed this podcast and want some exclusive content, then head over to Cornelius's Patreon, where you'll get weekly Patreon only podcasts and a huge back catalogue of podcasts. Link is in the description.